Zoroastrianism has numerous festivals and holy days, all of which are bound to the Zoroastrian calendar. The Shahenshahi and Kadmi variants of the calendar do not intercalcate leap years, and hence the day of the Gregorian calendar year on which these days are celebrated shifts ahead with time. The third variant of the Zoroastrian calendar, known as either Fasli or Bastani, intercalcates according to Gregorian calendar rules and thus remains synchronous with the seasons. For details on the differences, see Zoroastrian calendar. Seasonal festivals. 6 irregularly spaced seasonal festivals, called Gafhanbars, are celebrated during the religious year. The 6 festivals are additionally associated with the 6 primordial creations of Ahura Mazda, otherwise known as the Amesha-Spentas, and through them with aspects of creation. Due to the peculiarities of the Shahenshahi and Kadmi variants of the Zoroastrian calendar, which do not intercalate and therefore no longer synchronized with the seasons, the seasonal festivals are actually celebrated many months in advance. The 6 festivals are: Nameday Gafhanbar, originally celebrated as a mid-spring festival. Nameday Gafhanbar, originally celebrated on the summer solstice. Gafhanbar, originally celebrated as a harvest festival. Gafhanbar, originally celebrated at the end of autumn. Gafhanbar, originally celebrated on the winter solstice. Gafhanbar, celebrating mankind. This Gagambar is not a seasonal festival in the technical sense, but rather commemorates the souls of the dead at the end of the religious year. It is better known as Fuadagan. In the present day, each of these festivals is celebrated over 5 days, except Gafhanbar, which is held over 10 days. Originally, these seasonal festivals were celebrated on 1 day each, and were synchronous with the seasons. The Zoroastrian calendar was originally a 360-day lunisolar calendar, and also without intercalation, with the result that the seasons and the seasonal festivals gradually drifted apart. A first calendar reform introduced 5 epagomenal days at the end of the year, with the result that each festival then had 2 dates, one in the old 360-day calendar, and one in the new 365-day calendar. These apparently caused some confusion, and at some point the old and new festival days were joined together as 6-day-long observations. Additionally, Gafhanbar, originally held on the last day of the year, came to be held on the last days of the last month of the year and on the new 5 epigomena days at the end of the new 360-day year, for a total of 10 days. A second reform, in the 4th or 5th century, introduced a 1-month intercalation every 120 years, abruptly realigned the calendar such that the year began again on the spring equinox, and the Gafhanbars were again in accord with the seasons. However, following the collapse of the Sasanian state, after which Zoroastrianism had no central authority to govern intercalation, the practice was not maintained. As a result, in living Zoroastrianism, the Gafhanbar are again no longer synchronous with the seasons. Nameday Feasts. There are 15 Nameday Feasts in a Zoroastrian religious year. Each of these feasts is held on the day on which the day of the month of the year dedications to a Yazata intersect. 11 of these intersections are dedicated to individual Yazatas, and 4 intersections are dedicated to Ahura Mazda. A special Jashin service is then held in honor of the respective Yazata on those day-per-month intersections. 4 of the Nameday Feasts are dedicated to Day Creator, who has the 10th month of the year plus 4 days per month dedicated to him. Accordingly, the 1st, 8th, 15th, 23rd day of the 10th month are each feast days of Ahura Mazda, and each of those 4 days is called Jashin of Dadva. 6 of the Jashan days are dedicated to the 6 Imeshaspands. These 6 days are respectively Jashan of Barman, celebrating animal creation; second day of the 11th month, Jashan of Ardavisht, celebrating fire and all other luminaries; third day of the second month, Jashan of Shareva, celebrating metals and minerals; fourth day of the 6th month, Jashan of Spender Ahmad, celebrating the earth; fifth day of the 12th month, Jashan of Hordad, celebrating the waters; sixth day of the 3rd month, Jashan of Amordad, celebrating plant creation; seventh day of the 5th month, dates in parentheses of the Fasli, Bastani calendar dates. Another 5 Nameday feasts are dedicated to other Yazatas with a single name per month dedication. Jashan of Farvardin celebrates the Fravashis on the 19th day of the 1st month. Jashan of Tyr, also known as Targan, celebrates Tishtria and the rains on the 13th day of the 4th month. Jashan of Aban, also known as Abanagan, celebrates Apis, the waters, in particular of Edvi, Ura and Ahita. It falls on the 9th day of the 8th month. Jashan of Adar, also known as Adrigan, celebration of Atar, fire. Adargan falls on the 10th day of 9th month. Jashan of Mihr, also known as Merigan, celebrating Mithra on the 16th day of the 7th month. Other holy days. Other holy days include Nowruz, New Year's Day. In the Fasli, Bastani variant of the Zoroastrian calendar, this day is always the day of the spring equinox. In the Shahenshahi and Kadmi calendars, which do not account for leap years, the New Year's Day has drifted ahead by over 200 days. These latter two variants of the calendar, which are only followed by the Zoroastrians of India, celebrate the spring equinox as Jamshedai Nowruz, with New Year's Day then being celebrated in July, August as Partati. Fruardagan is a 10-day period during which the souls of the dead are commemorated. The 10 days of Fruardagan span the last 5 days of the last month of the year, plus the 5 intercalary days between the last month of the year and first month of the next year. Among Indian Zoroastrians, an extended muqtad of 18 days is also observed. Parteti, of penitence. This is actually a day of introspection, and originally occurred on the last day of the calendar year. For reasons related to single-day occasions being observed over 6 days, Parteti came to fall on the New Year's Day celebrations, and in India came to be celebrated on New Year's Day itself. Although the name has been retained, Parteti is no longer a day of introspection. Sada, a Midwinter Festival traditionally celebrated 100 days after the first day of winter, or alternatively, 50 days before New Year's Day. Because this festival involves building a bonfire, it is also called Adar Jashan. Zatoshnodoso, the death anniversary of Zarathustra, which is celebrated on the 11th day of the 10th month. In the seasonal calendar, Zoroaster's death anniversary falls on December 26th. Khordad's Al, which celebrates the birth anniversary of Zoroaster. It falls on the 6th day of the first month. In the seasonal calendar, Zoroaster's birth anniversary falls on March 26th.